told myself that I was gonna start coming up on here and making videos kind of like daily, even if it's just short, you know, not short as in shorts, but like a short form, like as in like hopefully not me rambling. But I just wanted to document something because I don't take pictures of myself often, and I just know that it's not that I know, but I just don't want to be 60 years old one day and be like, damn, I don't have a photo from like, I got one photo in my 30s, one or two photos in my 40s, you know? So I think video format would be easiest for me to document. And I mean, hey, if everybody else comes along for the journey, by all means. So you're catching me in my just woke up like this form. Uh, sure, maybe I need to redo my braids, but who cares? I'm fucking vibing. And I actually made the executive decision to not braid my own hair today so I can focus on that time on painting. Because I don't want to bullshit today. So I'm here to tell myself you're gonna look back at this video and somehow you're still gonna think you still came a long way. And I think that's funny, right? Like, no matter how much I grow, I always feel like, wow, you've come a long way. Like, it's just awesome every time. And I feel like human growth should be like that. Like, you should always just want to be better. And so, I guess since this is my first video, but it's not my first video on YouTube, I'm not new to this platform. This is just another channel of mine, to be quite honest. But it's been many years since I spoke directly to the camera like this. So my name is Pharaoh, like an Egyptian king. So what do I do? Such a weird question. You can just tell we're in a weird moment right here, right? Like that's how this is going. I'm an artist, a musician, a composer, but those are external things, right? As far as I'm concerned, I'm just a soul navigating through this life as best as I can. And I'll be honest. And not that I really like that sentiment right there, the be honest part. So we're going to segue real quick. I remember one time I heard this lawyer tell me, I was 15 years old. I was with my ex, and she had got into like some car accident. So I was at her lawyer appointment thing or whatever, deposition, and she kept saying honestly, and then saying something, and the lawyer had said you should refrain from saying honestly a lot because it implies that you're not being honest. And so every now and then when I catch myself saying that, I think of that and I'm like, oh, let me not say that. So let's go back or to the beginning. If I can remember it, right? So where I was going with it and what I was going to say was that I know, and throughout my entire life, I've received messages from the universe. Essentially letting me know that I'm destined for greatness. And I know that I've reached a point where I'm in that. Growing up, growing up, I guess being intertwined with all of that has made it that one core motivating fact for me. I've been doing everything musical and artistic related since I was able to. And the reason I say that is because I've been doing all that since I was 3 years old. Art, music, piano, whatever. I've been doing it since I was 3 years old. And when I say able to, I just mean if I was able to hold a pencil earlier than that or a crayon earlier than that, then I'm sure it would have been earlier than that. That's just the earliest memory I have of me playing the piano and drawing. And I just don't believe that the universe lets people create these beautiful pieces of art and beautiful pieces of music without it having a purpose. And so when I paint, when I share my music, all of that is because of that. And essentially my entire life put into a canvas or musical format, if you will. So when I come up with something fast, I guess you can say maybe you're paying for those 30 years of experience that get that coming up with something fast, right? But I've also been doing it since I was 3. It's second nature. I could just look at something and draw it. Like, it's just, if I wanted to sketch. And then painting, for me, and it's really for everybody, it's a form of expression, right? But I do it intuitively. Like, I hear messages almost, right? That kind of just help me guide myself through my creation process. And what always helps me is being able to take a step back, like physically taking a step back from my canvas and looking at it to get an overall arching view. And then I can step back into it forward and continue it. That way I know where I'm going. I want to be able to tell when the piece is done, right? You don't want to do too much, I guess. Granted, though, sometimes I do too much and that's fine. Sometimes I do just enough. All the time I do just enough. According to the universe, every time is the right time. So, I just hope that everybody here enjoys the journey and my rambles and my thoughts, because it's just so much easier for me to get it out vocally. Granted, I'm a great writer, but I mean, human connection is nice, especially for a person that's a homebody. I just like to create my art and play my piano and make my music and listen to music and be around my dogs, be around my family. Like my big goals, okay? We taking it to little kid verbiage. My big goals. I want to be able to, or let me correct the wording. I will open a shelter for animals. have like 50 acres or something, you know, where they can just run as wild and free as they want. That's that way, you know, they're not crowded and stuck in a little cage, you know, for 6 months at a time. That's one of my big goals, man. I always loved animals. I love them too much. That's why I didn't want to be a vet. I know what you're probably thinking. What does that mean? I just don't think I could personally handle significant losses of animal life day to day as a profession. So, anyway, I've rambled enough. Maybe I'll do like 10-minute videos, 10 to 13-minute videos every time or every day, just to like, maybe I'll talk about my day, my life, my thoughts. I don't know. I know every now and then I'm definitely going to be streaming. I want to do some streams. And, you know, maybe that'll be streaming of my art. Maybe streaming of me playing Guitar Hero. That's like the one game that I love to play outside of Sonic Adventure 2 and SSX Tricky. And, sheesh, maybe I'll talk about like fucking items that I buy since I'm so peculiar about certain things. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, straightforwardly, I'm doing this for me, but one of my goals for sure is to like have this be part of my income. But it's like in the back of my mind, like if it happens here, it does. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I know that it's possible for everybody to eat here on YouTube, and I'm all for it. I think we all should be able to live the life we want to live, man.